Hello everyone, in this video we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. For regular updates, please join the Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. The revision PDF are uploaded on this channel, so please join it. We have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. Now let's start. What is the name of online event launched by Agriculture Ministry to promote innovation in the agriculture? So the name of initiative is Agri India Hackathon. Objective is Atmanirbhar Agriculture. So recently, Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar inaugurated this Agri India Hackathon in New Delhi. And the best innovations will be awarded in this hackathon. Idea is to bring new innovations in the agriculture sector. What is the expansion of IUC? That means what is the full form of IUC, which was in news recently? So it stands for Interconnect Usage Charges. So it is related to telecom sector. See, previously, if user of one telecom company, suppose name of telecom company is T1, is trying to communicate with the user of another telecom company, T2, then they will have to pay charges, and this charge is known as IUC. Before 31st of December, this charge was 6 paise per minute. Now, after 31st of December, that means from 1st of January 2021, this IUC charge is 0. So if a Reliance user is trying to call Airtel user, then they won't have to pay any IUC charge. Please note that. For telecom sector, we have regulator TRAI, that is Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. China has completed a railway line linking the Tibetan cities of Lhasa and Nangchi near the border of which Indian state? So, near the border of Arunachal Pradesh, these two cities are there. One is Lhasa and second is Nangchi. These are Tibetan cities, and China has constructed a railway line linking these Tibetan cities. Now please note that the Sichuan-Tibet railway line was the second railway line in Tibet. Recently, this Tibet area was also in news as USA passed a bill, and this bill provides powers to the USA to impose sanctions on China or Chinese officials who interfere in the right of Tibetans to choose a successor to the Dalai Lama. What does that mean? See, the people of Tibet will select the successor of. What does this mean? It means if Tibet will select its successor of Dalai Lama, Chinese people or Chinese authorities should not have any interference in that. If they are going to interfere in this process, then USA is going to impose sanctions on those Chinese officials. Navriti, which was released by Prime Minister, is a certification course associated with which sector? So this Navriti is related to construction technology. Navriti stands for New, Affordable, Validated Research Innovation Technologies for Indian Housing. Again, you need not to remember the full form, but you should have basic idea that it is related to which sector. Apart from this, the Prime Minister also laid down the foundation stone for lighthouse projects under GHTC. What is GHTC? It is Global Housing Technology Challenge. So under this initiative, 6 lighthouse projects were started in 6 different cities. Now, what is the meaning of this term lighthouse projects? So these are advanced houses which will act as a model for the construction of affordable housing. Now these were launched in 6 Indian cities. These cities are Indore, Lucknow, Ranchi, Rajkot, Chennai and Agartala. So in simplest term, these will act as a model for housing construction, and if it is going to be successful, then this will be replicated at other places as well. Which state was awarded the first place for excellence in the implementation of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana urban component? So PMAY stands for Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, and as per this scheme, Uttar Pradesh was the top performer. Uttar Pradesh was followed by Madhya Pradesh. So it was on second position. Uttar Pradesh was on first position. In northeast area and in hilly states, Tripura was on first position. And in municipal corporations, Vishakhapatnam was the best performing municipal corporation. Now what is this PM Awas Yojana? So the objective of this scheme is to provide affordable houses to the urban poor. Covishield is the first vaccine to get the emergency use approval from DGCI. Is manufactured by which company? So recently, DGCI, that is Drug Controller General of India, gave approval to 2 vaccines. One is this Covishield, another is Covaxin. A detailed video on this topic is already uploaded on Civils Academy. Actually, 2 videos are uploaded, one in Hindi and one in English. So for more details, please check that video. So this Covishield is made by SII, that is Serum Institute of India. And the name of vaccine of Bharat Biotech is Covaxin. So these two were given approval. For Covaxin, Bharat Biotech has collaborated with ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research. And for the Covishield, Serum Institute of India has collaborated with Oxford University and AstraZeneca. DGCI is under Health Ministry. India asked which country to assist its crew members of stranded cargo vessels MV Jaganand and MV Anantisha. So this country is China. Now what is this entire context? See, these 2 cargo vessels are stranded in Chinese waters and they are waiting for help. So there were certain media reports about this. Now NHRC, that is National Human Rights Commission of India, took the suo motu cognizance of it. Suo motu means on its own. So NHRC took cognizance of it and NHRC asked MEA, that is Ministry of External Affairs, to help these people who are stranded in these 2 cargo vessels in Chinese waters. So this is the entire issue. Name of these 2 cargo vessels is MV Jaganand and MV Anantisha. They are stranded in Chinese waters and recently NHRC requested Ministry of External Affairs to look into the matter. Which financial institution has launched Digital Payments Index? So this has been launched by Reserve Bank of India. So why it has been launched? It has been launched to track the digital transactions in our country. That means to understand the expansion of digital transactions in our country. And for this purpose, base year is March 2018. That means in March 2018, the total number of transactions are considered as 100. And next year, that means in 2019, this number was 153 point something. And in 2020, this number was at 207 point something. Again, you need not to remember these figures, but you should understand that base year is 100. And then you can see that in 2019, transactions increased and then there was rapid growth in 2020 as well. Now this index is based on 5 parameters. And out of these parameters, highest weightage is for payment performance. Rest 4 parameters are demand side factors, second is payment infrastructure, third is supply side factors, and fourth is consumer centricity. And fifth parameter is this payment performance. And highest weightage is given to this payment performance. Which Union Ministry released PLFS, that is Periodic Labour Force Survey? So this has been released by MOSPI, that is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. And recently, quarterly PLFS was released. And as per this, unemployment rate in urban areas is increasing. It also specified that labor force participation rate also increased. Now what is this labor force participation rate? It means the labor force divided by the total working age population. Suppose in a country there are 100 people who are in working age and then out of which 39 are part of labor force. So this is how the labor force participation ratio is considered. Again, this is imaginary number. It can be any number. Which Indian city is going to be the host of 51st edition of International Film Festival of India? So this is going to be in Goa and it is going to be 51st edition. Recently, Goa was also in news as Goa Liberation Day was celebrated on 19th of December. Goa was also in news as recently former Goa Governor Mridula Sinha passed away. Goa was also in news as recently Indian Army signed agreement with Goa Shipyard to produce 12 patrol boats. And these boats will be deployed at Pangong Lake. And where is this Pangong Lake? It is in Ladakh. Which Central Asian country has recently abolished the death penalty? So it has been abolished by Kazakhstan. Recently, Kazakhstan signed the ratification of second optional protocol to the ICCPR. Now what is this ICCPR? It is International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. So recently, Kazakhstan ratified this second optional protocol of this ICCPR. So this ICCPR is a multilateral treaty adopted by UNGA. Now this second optional protocol was recently signed by Kazakhstan. Now please note that this document commits the signatories to abolish capital punishment or death penalty. That means the signatories to this document will have to abolish death penalty. The ICCPR was initially adopted in 1966 and the second optional protocol was adopted in 1989. Capital of Kazakhstan is Nur Sultan. Previous name was Astana, and in 2017 SCO summit held in Astana. SCO is Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and after this Astana summit in 2017, India and Pakistan became the full-fledged member of SCO, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So these were the most important questions. Now we are going to cover important news events. So first is DigiNest. This is a new digital platform which is launched by Punjab government. So this will enable the people of Punjab to have access to the digital directory of state. So it will have the contact details of different officials in the Punjab government, and with the help of this directory you can directly call them or you can directly email them. Next is GIAHS. So it stands for Globally Important Agricultural Heritage System. So this is related to FAO, that is Food and Agriculture Organization. This FAO is related to United Nations. Headquarters is in Rome. Now recently FAO named 4 Asian sites, Asian tea cultivation sites, as GIAHS. So out of these 4 sites, 2 are from China, 1 is from Japan, and 4th one is from South Korea. Now as the name suggests, these are important agricultural heritage systems. Next is Laser Dazzler. So Laser Dazzler is like a high intensity laser beam. It is a non-lethal weapon. Usually it is used for giving warning or to stop the suspicious vehicles. So it is like a high intensity laser light. Usually it is installed on the top of vehicle so that we can stop. Means the security forces can stop any suspicious vehicle. Now why it was in news? Because for the first time this has been designed and developed indigenously for the armed forces. And in this context, recently BEL, that is Bharat Electronics Limited, signed agreement with Indian Navy. These are developed by DRDO and BEL is going to manufacture them at its Pune plant, and then these will be used by Indian Navy. Next is ekhadiindia.com. So it is a new initiative by KVIC, that is Khadi and Village Industries Commission. It is a statutory organization and it is under MSME Ministry. And recently KVIC launched this ekhadiindia.com to promote the Khadi in our country. Next is Maitri Setu. So it is a bridge and it is over Feni River, and that's why it is also known as Feni Bridge. So this bridge will connect Tripura of India with Bangladesh, and therefore it will provide access to the Chittagong port. Recently it was in news because now it will be opened in few months. The construction work for this bridge was started in 2017. However, it got delayed because of this pandemic situation. This bridge is over Feni River. Next is National Metrology Conclave. So recently Prime Minister addressed this conclave, and the theme of this conclave was Metrology for Inclusive Growth of Nation. And on this occasion, Prime Minister also dedicated Bharatiya Nirdeshak Dravya, and Prime Minister also dedicated National Atomic Time Scale. Now please note that this National Metrological Conclave was organized by CSIR NPL. CSIR stands for Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. NPL stands for National Physical Laboratory. And this year is the 75th anniversary of this organization. Next is World Brill Day. So 4th of January is observed as World Brill Day. Next is Leon Mendonca. So recently Leon Mendonca from Goa became the 67th chess grandmaster from India. Who was 66th? So Chennai player G. Akash was the 66th chess grandmaster from India. Next is Asia Protected Areas Partnership. So this partnership is for conservation of environment and it is supported by IUCN, that is International Union for Conservation of Nature. And recently it was in news, that means this partnership was in news as India has been selected as co-chair of this Asia Protected Areas Partnership. And India has been selected as co-chair for 3 years. And India replaced South Korea as co-chair. And last is Vahan Masterclass. So this is a book which has been launched by Italian writer Alfredo Covelli. So these were the most important events. Now on regular basis I see a lot of comments that it is boring to cover these news events. See, if it is boring for you, you are free to cover these from some interesting shows, but make sure you cover them because you are not preparing for 10th class exam. You are preparing for competitive examinations and you will have to put a lot of efforts to clear these exams. So either you can have a long list of excuses or you will have to do a lot of efforts. You are free to choose either one. Now, test for today. So first question is, Adopt a Heritage is a scheme implemented by Tourism Ministry in association with which union ministry? Next question is, Zhong Sanshan, who replaced Mukesh Ambani as Asia's richest person, is from which country? Next question is, the youngest mayor of country was sworn in which Indian state? Next question is, who has been appointed as new chairperson of Railway Board? Next question is, which private sector bank sold its stake to Aegis Insurance, which led to the new brand named Aegis Federal Life Insurance? Next question is, Michael Kondo was associated to which profession? Next is, which organization is to provide $10 million support to expand horticulture in the Himachal Pradesh? Next is, Soma Mondal is the new chairperson of which public sector company? And last question is, STIP is a national policy associated with which field? So these were the questions of today's test. Please make sure you attempt these questions and try to write down your score. Now we are going to discuss the questions of yesterday's quiz. So first is, Estonia is a country in which continent? So it is a country in Europe. Recently it was in news because India is going to open 3 missions in 3 different countries. One is Estonia, it is in Europe, another country is Paraguay, and third country is Dominican Republic. Next question is, the Union Cabinet has approved the export of which missile system? So this is Akash missile system. Next is, which application has been launched by Ministry of External Affairs to connect with Indian diaspora? So the application is Global Pravasi Rista. Next is, what is Sahayak NG, which was in news recently? So it is air droppable container which has been developed by DRDO. And recently DRDO along with Indian Navy completed a successful trial of this Sahayak NG, and it is India's first indigenously designed and developed air droppable container. Next question is, which state has been declared as a disturbed area for 6 more months by Home Ministry? So this state is Nagaland. Next question is, which sports person has been awarded the knighthood in UK Honours List? So he is Lewis Hamilton. Next is, 2 industrial corridor nodes at Krishnapatnam and Tumkuru have been approved under which industrial corridor? So please note that these 2 are under CBIC, that is Chennai Bengaluru Industrial Corridor. Next question is, multimodal logistic hub and multimodal transport hub have been approved for which city? So these were approved for Greater Noida, and Greater Noida is in Uttar Pradesh. Next is, 3 10-meter short span bridges which were recently inducted were manufactured by which company? So these were manufactured by L&T, that is Larsen & Toubro, and these bridges were developed by DRDO. Next question is, which southern state assembly passed a resolution against the farm laws of central government? So this has been done by Kerala. So that was all for the day. Thank you.